Next speaker, rated from Tsleil-Waututh Nation, been on this fight for 9 years. Also my dad. Yeah, OCM. You know, he's been in this fight for a long time. You know, going forward with culture, going forward with the political aspect and the educated aspect of this fight of being Tsleil-Waututh, of being Coast Salish, of being a good relative to everybody. You know, that's how we need to start treating each other. Not like how Justin Trudeau treats us. No, we say no. So, I'd like to introduce my father, my dad, Ruben George. Woo!
ACM. When the National Energy Board took our presentation, it was 40 minutes. We couldn't explain our 1,200-page assessment on Kinder Morgan based on Tsleil-Waututh law in 40 minutes. So they had to redo it. But you can't unscramble an egg. You can't do that. So they created an advisory committee. Remember that? And remember, Stephen Kelly wrote in 20% of Kinder Morgan's application, then was hired by the National Energy Board. Then this advisory committee hired Kim Baird, who used to work for Kinder Morgan, to unscramble this egg. Then they had to go back to the drawing board again. But I tell you right now, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of movement forward. Coming from a time 9 years ago when we sent out a couple hundred flyers to Burnaby residents, and a handful of people showed up, about 20 people. Now, 71% of Burnaby residents support the Tsleil-Waututh Nation and soon Canada for not consulting properly. To see the mistakes that they made that we caught them on, right? You've seen the leaked documents that came out from Trudeau and his cabinet said, whatever and however you talk to First Nations, doesn't matter because we're going to push it through right away. That was a leaked document that we brought to the Federal Court of Appeal. With the Federal Court of Appeal, I'm really comfortable with the Canadian Constitution protecting our Indigenous rights. We're winning 90% of our court cases. That's 200 legal victories in the last 3 years. They made the mistake, I counted them 1, 2, 3, 4 times, that they refused to sit down honorably, meaningfully with First Nations. And we sent them back to the drawing board again, and again. And we're doing it right now with you. Trudeau and his lies, and his cabinet and his lies, it's for jobs. Can you imagine that? It's going to cost more than $4.5 billion. It's going to cost upwards of $7 billion. Nobody talks about this, but the NAFTA agreement makes Canada the most sued country in all of the world with border agreements. They would have been on the hook for the money that Kinder Morgan spent, which is about $3.5 billion. That's how much they spent. Canada would have been on the hook for that. So instead of paying that, they said, let's build a pipeline. But look at it. The shareholders of Kinder Morgan do not want the pipeline because there's too much uncertainty. When I spoke at the Kinder Morgan AGM, I talked to Richard Kinder. And he said, we're trying to talk to you. And I said, it's not our duty and responsibility to talk to you. You're only a company. That's all you are. And that's why we're suing Canada for not consulting. And he got mad and he screamed and goes, get out! Go sue Canada. And I told the shareholders, if I was wrong, why would he be yelling? He knows I'm right. And the shareholders heard that. But the difference is Since January, that stock fell by 20%. They pulled their money out. But you know what? Trudeau is not giving you a choice, the taxpayers, to pull your money out. It's not. So what we got to do is beat him again like we did already. We got to stand up and beat him. We have to educate Canada. This is a big opportunity, more than we ever had before, to educate Canada on the true facts of the destruction it causes. 71% of Burnaby residents support this Tsleil-Waututh Nation to stop them because they know the true facts. Canada's going to know the true facts, and we're going to get rid of this government. We're going to get rid of this pipeline. Imagine the $10 billion that they're going to spend on this. How we can put that towards green energy. What a good way to start. Look at the countries that already have the economies taken off. Portugal and Iceland. Their economies are rising because their initiative. What Trudeau did is made a political choice to help his rich friends that Kinder Morgan played Canada. He allowed them to play Canada with your life, with your land, with our land. That's what he did. And we won't stand for it. We won't. So all of you, I want you to stand up and continue to stand and fight and educate people and tell them the true facts. Look at sacredtrust.com and the true facts, because it's not about jobs, it's not about economy. It's about greedy corporations getting what they want and telling Canada what to do. But that time's over, because we're all going to stand together and stop this. Thank you very much. Thank you.